We'll recreate the whole thing. 3,
Okay.
2. You get it? We're rehearsing.
She put soda water in an old fashioned.
Mezcal, you said. Oh, sorry. What? No,
Wrong line.
Go again. 3, 2.
How much soda water goes into a soda water? Okay, do it again. 3, 2, 1. How much soda water goes into an old fashioned, Zach?
Maybe a splash. I've seen it with a splash, but you really shouldn't have any in it. I've seen the recipes, though.
She squirted a whole bunch in there and then mixed it in a mixing glass.
No, mixing glass.
Yeah, shook it up, too.
No, you don't. Well, no, you
squirted
don't.
and she shook it up.
That's
You
a
don't-
newfangled.
You don't shake that. It's a newfangled, but you don't shake an old fashioned. You lightly stir if you're mixing it into. Yeah, but no, you don't shake an old fashioned.
And you mix it in the glass, not in the mixing
squirting
cup.
soda water. Again, I've seen a splash of it before.
No, a
But
whole
you don't
squirt.
No.
Oh, she squirted a lot.
Man, so many buttons to push right now.
Yeah, there's too many.
Not yet?
No, not that one. Should really be gonging some of these.
Was there a
Walter
gong?
Goggins.
Oh.
Frog leg eating, snail sucking, motherfucking cock sucking bureaucrat.
Okay, that's on there, but what was the other one that we
Oh,
requested?
one of yours.
Shut
One
up.
of yours.
It's coming, okay? I didn't have enough time.
Well, now it would make sense for it to be on here, but it's not on the next
Who
episode.
knows? It
I
might.
don't
It
know.
might be on this. It might be on this.
Maybe that's what you want to rehearse.
Maybe that's a rehearsal. Pulling money from
question.
behind someone's ears
Not
and
a
save money
question.
ears.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not going to burn that right now. We'll save that for later. But I thought about it. I
That
thought
was a
about money-
freebie.
a money ears related rehearsal. Believe me.
Oh. But
Is that your starting point? Is it start with like think of the soundboard and just
No.
work your way out from there? It
No.
should be. I think that's actually a good angle.
You want me to work inside out from the soundboard to my
Yeah.
top 5 lists?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
that might,
that's not a bad
Like-
idea.
yeah, man.
Could be done. Yeah. I get that.
Tapper is banging a chicken wing
What?
against the counter.
What's the
Try it.
episode?
This is I don't know. It's the one in Maricopa, Arizona. It's a COVID one. People have masks on. It's the one
like
where
those.
the owner's son like has his hand in too many buckets. Like he's got a comic book store and he's like,
Oh, I think I saw that one. Yeah.
yeah, he's a
I
little
remember the
prick. He's
comic
the
book
one.
store.
That's the one where Tapper says you're just fucking your dad.
Does he have
Or, like,
glasses?
the kid, no.
Oh.
But
then I'm thinking of somebody else.
Again, this is the one where Taffer accuses the guy of fucking his own dad. You remember that one? He's like, "You're just giving it to your dad," and he does
breaking through.
He's breaking through. Yep.
breaking through the ceiling.
Do you know how much cheese is in this? Not very much. 0. Okay, so you don't know about that. What do you know about? And the guy's looking at the ground. Not very much in the restaurant business. And how long have you owned this place? For 5 years now. So 5 years, you haven't learned, excuse me, folks, in 5 years, you haven't learned a fucking thing. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. But you learned how to take the money from your father. Here we go. That you learned that you learned, didn't you? John, are you here? Over there. John, has he paid you back? Nope. If he wasn't your son, John, would you have fired him a long time ago? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Blowing your father's money didn't mean enough for you to even freaking try. And then he's just looking dumb. Do you want to deal with me for the next 4 days? Or do you want to keep fucking your father? There it is. And with the fist up. All right, I knew it. I knew this was the episode.
I met a guy. I mean, it's a hell of a segue by me, but I met a guy from Lexington, Kentucky, who owned a coffee shop / cereal bar where he will pour you a bowl of cereal / like vintage clothing / he'll
fuck?
also make cocktails.
Too much. No, this is like when there's a cart and we have pizza and we have kebabs and we have hamburgers and we have tacos. No, do one
you need
thing
an
well.
identity. You need
Do
an
one thing.
identity.
Yeah.
I think his identity is that he calls it a cereal bar.
I think his identity is he's an asshole. He's an asshole if he does
settle
this.
down, Taffer.
No, I don't like that. It's too many things. Oh, I'll pour you a bowl of cereal. Here's my business. Shut the fuck up. You're not like what are you, Kellogg's.
If Zach were there, he would have
What are
flipped
you,
over
Clark
a bowl
Kellogg? I absolutely would have thrown that shit against the fucking wall.
Hold on. What are you, Clark Kellogg?
Isn't he the one that created Kellogg's?
Just a Kellogg.
Yeah. Of the Kellogg fortune.
Yeah, of the Kellogg fortune.
This idea is just straight up bad. That algorithm is busted. It's among the worst ideas I've ever heard.
Top 5 easily.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Amin's drunk this evening, y'all, but he's got 5. CT5.
Welcome to Cinephobe Top 5. This is the companion podcast of the top 10 in the world. TV and film review podcast. That's right. We do Cinephobes. They're about movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes. We review them. We have great episodes. They're funny. Go check them out. But then what happens is, within the ecosystem of all these episodes we've done, trends come out. We start to see things, and we like similarities, and we start to call them and rank top 5s in different categories. That's what CT5 is. Past categories have included Worst Dancer, Best Song, Worst Spouse, and Best Resume. But today, we're doing CT5 rehearsals. That's right. If you listen to Cinephobe or have been part of our Rewatchingtons, you know all three of us love the TV program, The Rehearsal, featuring Nathan Fielder. It's on HBO. Check it out. It's a very funny show. It's a show in which, guys, how would you describe what The Rehearsal is?
Well, it started as Nathan trying to help people rehearse real life situations that they were struggling with in some way or another so that they could feel more confident going into that situation when it happened for real. And he goes into painstaking detail of recreating people's apartments, restaurants and bars where they might interact with said people. And it continues to escalate from there. We've talked about it a lot. It's a very dense show. And so some of this might be a little over your head, but I think that once we bring it down to the level of this is a cinephobe situation, it will translate, because what we're doing is we're trying to apply Nathan Fielder logic, whatever that is, to a cinephobe related situation.
And then it turned into what's the most expensive way he could prove he doesn't have autism.
Well, yeah, we're not doing that today. That part we're not doing.
You don't know what picks are? You don't know what
I don't know what Zach's number 2 is, because number 1 is somehow going to be him and Ed rehearsing Derek's lovemaking.
Whoa! Well, cross that one off the list.
Without a rubber on. Yeah, so basically, we're going to help, I guess, different characters or different people in different situations from across the Cinephobe universe into better tackling scenarios that they've been in through the art of rehearsing it over and over and over again. So what we do usually is we have our top 5, but we also have 2 outside looking ins, or OLI. Let's go. Zach first. I go second. Mayes goes third. Zach, what is your first OLI?
So, we were introduced to the pack method, right, in season 2. And the pack method, for those who have not seen the show, is Nathan learned that through nature documentaries, there's often strength and confidence in an animal when they work in a pack, right? So if someone needed to learn how to have a conversation, a tough conversation or an awkward conversation, he would also have 15 people behind this person dressed exactly like him, mimicking everything he did, not rehearsed in the way of like they knew what he was going to say. So he would say like, oh yeah, I like coffee. And then they would repeat as quickly as they go, yeah, I like coffee, and mimic every movement he did and everything. So I'm going to employ the pack method. I'm going to employ the pack method to help Thomas James Dolan confess to Annie.
God damn it. Well,
that he didn't lie. He just didn't tell her certain things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm faced with.
Sorry, was
dilemma.
that higher on the list?
As higher on my list.
Okay.
I knew I was playing with fire when I picked this movie.
Yeah.
So now, should I just make it? Yeah, you know what? I'll bump everything up. Make that my first OLI as well. Liam Neeson telling Annie the truth. And honestly.
It was honestly it was the first thing I wrote down. I knew it wasn't gonna. I knew it was just gonna be an OLI. It was the first thing I wrote down.
I thought to myself, man, am I going too far?
Where did you have it?
I had a 3.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, you really bumped it down.
It's a good one, man.
But you're going with the pack method as well.
No, I wasn't going pack
You're
method.
just going straight rehearsal.
I was doing with him like core.
So he's recreating the house that they bought.
I was going to recreate the shipping, what do you call it, storage facility.
Okay, so this is, okay, I'll move mine down as well. This was my number 5. I'm moving it down to my first OLI. So mine was, I'm taking the Captain Powers and Jessica Kiss Me approach. I have 5 simultaneous Thomas James Dolan and Sweet Annie's. I was debating between either the scene where they meet in the storage office or the house that they break into that he bought her. And we're drilling this shit until we get chemistry. We're drilling it.
That's a great twist on it. You just said something that made me realize he took her on a date where she thought they were breaking into a house, and then he just was like, I bought it.
What a romantic.
That might be the most honest thieving he does.
Yeah.
So either you going meeting Sweet Annie in the
storage
office.
The storage office is doing that interaction over and over again. Yep.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Luckily, I'm very confident in all my other ones. So.
I like how we all went for Honest Thief, and we all did it slightly different.
Yeah,
and we're all after really the same intention here. But
yeah,
man, all right, yep. Let's start it off strong with Thomas James Dolan,
because I really think him dealing with Nathan Fielder would be real fucking nuts.
Yeah, so you've got actual Liam Neeson, because I'm recasting 5 Liam Neesons and 5 Sweet Annies.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Until they
incredible.
Get it right.
Yeah. No, I've got the main dude. Yeah, but pack method. So as he's rehearsing with a fake Sweet Annie, we got 15 of the pack right behind him, mimicking everything. Might have to mimic the fight where he falls out of the window. They all kind of fall out the window.
15 Liam Neeson's half asleep on the couch, waking up answering the phone. All right, Zach, is your other
it's me again.
now.
Oh God, yeah. All right, I did try to go to a couple of different references that we don't normally do, or at least I don't normally do here. So, I wanted to, I didn't want to go through the same stuff all the time, although I do have plenty of that. So this one I think would be interesting because one, it would be Nathan trying to relate to a child, right? We've seen him in the season 1 try to relate to a child, and it's awkward. Now this child is a little bit different. He's a little bit psychotic. Mm-hmm. So I want to see how he helps Kevin McAllister prep the house for protecting against the sticky bandits. Because imagine how crazy Kevin McAllister is, and Nathan trying to figure out what's this kid's deal.
So are you thinking it's a replica of the brownstone?
The brownstone, and they're going over the plans, and then they're trying to set it all up, and then they're having fake sticky bandits come in and go through it. Yeah, and he's like, "Isn't that going to cause irreparable brain damage?"
Yeah,
like things like that. Yeah.
The funny part is when, like the funniest thing about me for Nathan is that sometimes instead of being ridiculous or awkward, he actually is like shockingly like logical. Like for instance, when he's with Core, he says, "Who cares? It's just trivia." Like instead of taking it super seriously the way Nathan usually does, he recognizes this is ridiculous. Why are we doing this? And then the other person's like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing here. I'm thinking about like how he would just like, why don't you just run and call the cops?
Right. Yes.
Like, why would you stay in the house? That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, number 2 OLI.
Yeah, my other OLI. So, a lot of times what the rehearsal is about is helping people get over anxiety. That's really what it's about, right? There's something
Season
that they
1
have
for
to do.
sure. Yeah.
They have to do, and they just don't know how to do it, and they're trying to get over their anxieties. So he helps them by having them do this thing over and over again until you're not anxious about it anymore, removing the anxiety from the situation. Well, in one case, it was a guy with, his friend basically trying to break to her that he lied about his resume. And we did that with honesty pretty much. In another case, though, it's people trying to help people with their job. Like, hey, how can you be better at your job? And, part of this job is being able to fire a weapon properly. And so I have a rehearsal for Samuel L. Jackson on shooting clowns, loaded weapon.
So he would go deep into like clowns. And
Yep.
he would
Clown
go deep
culture.
into clowns, clown culture.
Or is it a mime? Is it a mime or is it a clown? It might have been a mime.
Oh, it is a mime. Yeah, it is a mime. Yeah.
Shooting the mime.
But that's I think that's even better because now we're dealing with a silent person and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Imagine the people he gets to be the mimes.
I imagine at some point he makes Samuel L. Jackson be a mime.
Of course. So he can get inside the head of him.
Get inside the head of mime.
What are you so afraid of? Yeah.
Yep.
That's really good. Yeah. I was nowhere near my radar. Okay. My other OLI in season 2 of the rehearsal, Nathan, for reasons that are barely necessary, he creates a singing competition throughout the entirety of the show, all the way through to the end where he has a winner who sings a final performance. So during my rehearsals, I also have a singing competition, and it's called Diamond in the Rough, and it's Darren, Wayne, and JD judging a Neil Diamond themed singing competition like Saving Silverman.
Let's roll this into my next pick because while I don't have that, my next pick is I think they can be doing this while Nathan also prepares Wayne and JD for how they would kidnap Judith, because that's my number 5. So we're going to have all this juggling of them doing this while also trying to have this singing competition, Diamond in the Rough.
And the singing competition is supposed to promote their communication with each other.
Yes, absolutely. And their ability to, under pressure, make decisions and everything. Yes. And all the while, keep it from Darren. So they've got to keep it from Darren, but also.
But Darren's he's a judge in my competition.
Yeah.
So he's distracted by that.
Yeah.
He's the one who's looking for feedback on his feedback.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah. I love the Diamond in the Rough idea because now you're gonna have Nathan going through all of these Neil Diamond impersonators.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like him going deep into Neil Diamond impersonators. That's gold. That's gold. I also like the idea for me of him dealing with crimes. Kidnapping, assault with Kevin McAllister. The kidnapping and like how you would keep her in the basement and locked up and everything. And what if she needs food? And what if,
You might say his specialty is finding loopholes.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a lot of the Nathan for you approach. So if he's finding loopholes to how do you not get brain damage or how do you kidnap without really kidnapping?
Yeah.
Steps it up a notch.
Yeah. Amin, you're number 5.
My number 5 is someone who probably typically doesn't need the confidence boost, pretty confident person, doesn't suffer from a whole lot of anxiety, but was faced with a situation where he saw a lot of anxiety and really fumbled the ball, so to speak. It did not quite know how to jump in and make his mark felt, right? And so a window of opportunity opened and closed right in front of him, and he was left kind of fumbling, trying to get in there. It's the black cop from Samurai Cop trying to bang the nurse who told a samurai cop that his dick wasn't big enough. Kind of wasted a lot of time just doing facial reactions instead of him being a little forthright and being like, "Hey."
I love the idea of Nathan kind of being there for the conversation with the samurai cop and the nurse, and him reacting to that, and then trying to figure out how to help the black cop.
Yep.
Get into the mix.
I just kept thinking
question. Is rehearsing this going to make them too good at doing the scene?
There's no way.
Because they only did it maybe twice.
There's
or
absolutely
once.
No, once. I think it was
In
one
the
take.
movie.
There's absolutely no way.
Does rehearsal elevate that movie to just regular bad instead of historically bad? It's a tough question.
Major number 5.
My number 5. So, as part of the first episode, Nathan builds a replica of this bar called the Alligator Lounge in New York. And he then proceeds to take it with him wherever he goes in every single season episode of the rehearsal. He moves it across the country. He moves it to LA. He renames it Nate's Lizard Lounge and opens it to the public. So I need my Nate's Lizard Lounge, and I've chosen the Library Club from Takers. I'm building a replica.
God damn it. God
great.
damn it.
A
You guys
replica.
can't go one fucking CT5 without mentioning this goddamn movie.
We're takers, gents. That's what we do for a living.
God damn it.
Take.
I'm sick
We
of this
take
fucking, I'm
this
so sick of this fucking movie.
Across the
would be-
country.
that would-
I'm so sick of Hayden Christensen. I'm so sick of that fucking hat. I'm so sick of all these guys. Oh my God.
I kind of like, because in the rehearsal, when Nathan needs to go like for a quiet think sometimes, he goes back to the bar. So I like the idea that Mayes, like, just retreating back to this library bar. Are you upstairs or downstairs, Mayes?
Depends on the day. Depends on the mood. You know, maybe I want to play some piano in my tank top. Maybe I want to hang out in the fake library that may or may not have real books in it. Maybe I want to go up to the roof. You never
It
know.
doesn't. It doesn't.
How about Zoe
It doesn't have
Saldana?
real books.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I've got a Fielder Method Zoe Saldana running it at all times. Don't do any actual work there. I'm just the
It's
owner.
just Tandy Newton.
Sandy Newton's there.
Oh,
Number 4,
fuck.
Zach.
All right, number 4. I did try to get a lot of new references in, but still got some old friends. You guys know me. I'm an ally. I've been trying to end racism for a very long time on this podcast. And part of that would be using the Fielder method, using the rehearsal to help my main man, Lewis Pinnock, ask for that raise and ask for that promotion.
I thought about it.
Get the foreman job. Yeah, he's got to get the foreman job. Okay.
I saw White Man's Burden and I knew the deal. This is Zach territory. I knew I couldn't play the fast and loose with 2 of them. I was already playing with 5 on this team.
Yeah. Oh man, him dealing with Lewis Pinnock, like, and now
All them years.
and Nathan has to realize he's in a world where reality has switched sides.
Well, Nathan,
So it's-
it changes sides for him too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what would Nathan do? He'd go like into blackface to figure out.
No. He's just doing
He's
it for
in the
Pluto
world.
TV. He's just doing it for Pluto TV instead of Max.
Oh, there you go.
The budget has been really cut.
He slides into the back of the office on his laptop holster. Yeah, I was thinking about this one and I was trying to figure out, is it him? Because like the real thing that screws Lewis Pinnock over is going
Is the
to
delivery.
the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like rehearsing that is kind of boring though, because he's just
Right.
not staring
Yeah.
at the window.
Right.
That's really it. But the job interview or the meeting with Lionel is the crucial.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I had I chosen White Man's Burden, I was going to rehearse the phone call with the wife. Maybe there's a better way you can
in the phone.
Yeah.
Slow pan out
too, baby. Yeah.
So
he's right there.
The phone call is with the person right there. Yep. All right, that was good. All right, my number 4. Again, anxiety about a big decision or a big action is a theme here for a lot of these things, but the ramifications could be small, like just someone telling someone, "Hey, I lied about my resume," or it could be something huge like aviation. Right? Mm-hmm. This is on the huge side. This, I believe, directly factors in to the fate of mankind. That this one action could have helped everything else come into crystallize a lot easier, and we would have saved us a lot of grief. It's a rehearsal for Taylor Kitsch kicking that last penalty to win the Rim-Pack Cup.
Yeah, because now you're dealing with how does he deal with his emotions? How does he deal with?
He's not getting into a fight. Yeah, he's not getting into a fight.
Yeah,
we're not wasting time not listening to him because he's just a hothead and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you having Taylor Kitsch kick hundreds of penalty shots?
Yep. Yeah.
With
maybe even the pack method would work here.
Well, I got pack method coming in.
The rim pack.
The rim pack method.
Well, funny you should mention the pack method, Zach, because I've got a pack method that I want to get done. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest. I don't know that he needed a lot of help. I just want to see it. And it's Steven Seagal stomping around the billiards hall. Anybody seen Richie? But it's a pack of Steven Seagals in Out for Justice.
The ponytails.
Is this your hot dog?
What's the word in English? What do you say? Gathering.
You could have killed somebody upstairs. Well, ain't nobody upstairs.
That whole scene of recreating that would be, oh my God. Yeah, even the opening scene bust. Like him not getting distracted by the pimp. Yeah. Any Steven Seagal.
I just want to see people trying to improv and keep up with his bullshit Italian that he says.
Oh my God, yes.
Pizza Cachosh.
I want it all. Jadrul, I believe, is one of the words.
Oh fuck. All right, my number 3.
Yep.
Admittedly, I've become a little obsessed with this in the CT5s recently, and I kind of feel like it's gonna keep being a thing, but I'm not positive. But it needs a rehearsal. It needs a lot of rehearsing because this guy needs a lot of help. We got to find a way to rehearse enough to get Jeep out of the friend zone.
Go ahead and hit the sounder again.
No! Oh no! No! Oh no!
Verbatim. Jeep getting out of the friend zone.
Oh no!
Verbatim. Damn it.
So you guys are rebuilding that fucking gas station in the middle of nowhere?
Absolutely.
The diner.
Yep, and I'm doing pack method for this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna do the recreate different gas station, like the 5 and cast 5. I was gonna do that method.
I had a bunch of Jeeps walking behind Jeep.
Oh,
walking up to the actress who plays. It was the girl that Jeep was interested in, the pregnant girl, and then they all just talk at the same time,
but in his accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to cast 5. I wanted to cast 5 new Jeeps and 5 waitresses. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And it would all be just recreating the little picnic area outside the gas station. We have the 5 of those. Yeah.
So none of them would have to catch the baby.
No, we're not getting that far. No, because if he gets out of the friend zone, we never get to that point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you think it works?
No. God, no.
God himself couldn't get Jeep out of the friend zone.
Jeep powers.
Captain Jeep. Okay. My number 3. So, in a diversion from the events of season 2, at one point he encounters a couple who has a cloned dog. They cloned their original dog, and they're disappointed that the clone of the dog is not enough like the original dog, so they go to great lengths to recreate an apartment that they used to have and to try to train and raise the clone under the same circumstances as the original dog so that it can mimic behavior, most notably like barking at her when she's in a diabetic coma or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone Zach Harper, and I'm going to build an exact replica of the Oakley store from the Arden Fair Mall. I'm going to pump in air from the Arden Fair Mall. I'm going to see if we can impart a clone of Zach Harper with the same Oakley knowledge as the real Zach Harper.
That's a great one. How is that not your number 1?
Because I am so proud of my number 1. I can't even tell you.
Hold on. How's it not his number 2? It's not even
Just
top
wait.
2?
Just wait, boys. Just wait.
Holy shit.
To make it even more cinephobe, I'm also going to have Fielder method actors study Paul Blart and Ronnie Barnhart to be mall cops who circulate and come by. What was it? Johnny Rockets? I'll also have to get the Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, you guys get the people at Johnny Rockets. You also, there's a guy at the Rosetta Stone kiosk that was right outside our Oakley store. We used to play hacky sack with him. He would come in. He was great, man. Oh my God, he was so good.
This will all be in the dossier.
Yeah,
that is added to the file.
Yeah.
Your manager.
Oh, Leslie.
Was that the guy with the Russian night vision goggles?
Absolutely, yeah. The guy that his wife kicked him out. The guy that talked shit because he was going to go make so much money welding, and then he was terrible at welding and got fired and had to come back. Was no longer a manager. Was now a sales associate.
But still was like a prick,
but still was,
right? Like
still was a prick. But we're like, you can't, like, you're just a sales associate now. You can't talk this way. Oh, Les.
Number 2, Zach.
It seemed like he had a really good plan, right? He was executing it perfectly, but things just went awry. So I think if you pair Nathan Fielder, and just, we don't have to get cute with it like the pack method or anything like that. Just Nathan Fielder doing what he does. I think he can accomplish what Terry Silver was trying to accomplish in taking down Daniel's son. Getting Mike Barnes, getting Snake to terrorize him.
So you're saying he's doing the flight training approach to this one?
Everything, yes. Flight training, everything.
So like Nathan Fielder is recreating Terry Silver's approach.
Terry Silver's approach, yeah. So we're rebuilding the dojo. We're building Mr. Miyagi's house. We're building the bonsai store, right? We're building the Devil's Canyon, or what the fuck it was called.
Yeah, where the bonsai tree was growing up.
Yeah, we're rebuilding all this stuff. And we're getting Terry Silver and his crew ready to take down this child.
Right.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I mean, you're number 2.
My number 2. Sometimes the rehearsal, as we saw with the Sully Sullenberger portion, sometimes you got to go all the way to the beginning to really get yourself into the mindset of this person in order to help them at the end, And so this person, unfortunately, lost his life doing what he loved. So I want Nathan to go back and recreate his whole life in order to not have to land in the ocean, like Sully Sullenberger, but to have a miracle over the Mojave. The analogy I'm using here, I want Bolo's henchman to not get killed. I want him to live all of Bolo henchman's life, from a child, breastfeeding, learning how to walk, prior traumas in life, what got him into this life of being a henchman, why working for this particular guy, Bolo, and then, training in martial arts, obviously, and then being able to defeat Jean-Claude Van Damme rather than dying. Well, rather than losing and then being killed as a result.
Right, yeah.
Not where I thought you were going. So you're recreating the entire life so he can defeat JCUD and not get killed.
And not get killed by Bolo.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yep.
That's a shorter movie.
It is a shorter movie, yeah.
It's like 30 minutes.
Well, we don't know what he does with the rest of his life. Maybe it's a good
Well,
movie, yeah.
Also, we don't know what happened in his life leading up to that, man.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, my number 2. This is down to the studs. This is bare bones. This person needs help doing a very simple interaction and not ruining it. This person has a lot of obstacles to overcome to get to that. And everything that happens after this interaction goes very poorly. So it's very straightforward. This is episode 1 shit. I'm rebuilding the place. It's a movie memorabilia store. And I am rehearsing Moose meeting Hunter Dunbar.
Don't do this. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, now I see why I'm not number 2.
Who are you helping here? Hunter Dunbar or
I'm
Moose?
helping Moose.
Well, kind of both, if you think about it. He's helping
It's helping Hunter Dunbar indirectly. He doesn't need coaching in the situation.
I kind of think he does. I think Hunter Dunbar could have handled it differently and probably not been have this man in his house.
Just getting a Fielder method actor to play Hunter Dunbar, and we're going to get this right.
I kind of would rather see a Fielder method actor playing Moose.
Well, that can be yours.
Careful.
Just be thankful I didn't do the fucking Sully edition for this one.
Well, guys, it's funny you mentioned the Sully edition. Because my number 1 is I think Nathan, in order to truly know how you get to the big leagues from being a little baby chimp, is you got to go through his whole life. So he's given Ed the Sully treatment.
Living with Mickey Mantle.
Like breastfeeding. Being a young
Mickey
chimp, breastfeeding.
Teaching Mickey Mantle how to play baseball.
Teaching Mickey Mantle how to carouse women and drink and play baseball, and then getting shipped off to, bumfuck wherever they were, and meeting the team and everything, and doing the acrobatics, and helping Matt LeBlanc not make that woman come, and meeting Tommy Lasorda and getting kidnapped and all that stuff. I need the full Sully treatment for Nathan Fielder connecting with Ed.
Yeah.
It couldn't be anything but that for me. That had to have been my...
Makes sense.
But
I didn't think that was... I knew that was your one. I didn't know
you wouldn't want to do it?
You
want Nathan to do it?
I need Nathan to do it. Yeah, I need Nathan to do
Okay.
it. I can't get that close. I got real nervous when Amin started talking about the Sully.
You thought I was going with Ed?
I didn't think you were going with Ed, but I didn't know where you were going with it. I thought maybe you were going with me as Ed or something. I didn't know where you were going with it. Yeah. Amin, you're number 1.
My number 1. Season 1 is always going to have a special place in my heart, man.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, him helping Core with the anxiety about revealing that he didn't have a master's degree, him helping the one brother tell the other brother to dump his girlfriend because of the inheritance. But the lion's share of the season was actually devoted to, at first to helping Angela find love, and then eventually helping Angela learn how to raise a child or whatever. But finding love is something I think we all have anxiety about at times. Well, maybe not Mayes. Congratulations again. But, you know, there's like a lot of stress that goes in the before you actually end up with the person that you are interested in. And so this person I want to help from a Cinephobe movie who had a crush on a girl and was trying to find the right way to tell her. And they're in high school, and high school is going to end, and graduation is like right around the corner, and they're at this party. And is the right method to write a letter? No. Is the right method to kind of follow her around and stalk her? No. But also the right method is not to tell her but how you had the hugest boner at the sock hop. It's helping Remy holler at Amanda.
I mean, it's all about the memories, man. This
about the memories.
Yeah. That's not a bad one to get the Sully treatment either.
Remy?
Yeah.
So you can build the memories.
Build all the memories. Yes.
They're all about.
If he's all about the memories, come on. Like,
What was the thing that he ate? He said I could eat.
mashed up all his food. He ate it. So he's gonna, and I did.
Yeah, I thought about Kid Hardly Wait. There's a lot. I mean, there's recreating that house party. There's like 900 different things happening, right? So Seth Green was a consideration, like just helping him not be so awkward.
Mm-hmm. Mike Dexter. I wanted to help
Mike Dexter.
Mike Dexter.
Figure out his love life. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody could use rehearsals, but that's what high school is all about, is you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
The guy Amin called me trying to hook up with his cousin. Jennifer Love You.
Amanda's cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number
My
one.
number one. Now this is kind of putting it all together, okay? It's sort of like Angela raising a child. / Nathan eventually raising a child, where they have, different actors swapped out. It's sort of like the Sully method, where we're going back to the start and we're reliving it step by step. And it's also sort of like the clone dog situation, where you're trying to recreate an environment in order to have the same effect on a different clone. And so for that, I'm recreating Renato's life from Homie Spumoni, but with Whoopi and Paul Mooney as his parents, so he can understand what it's really like to be black and not Italian.
So he's him, and he's the person
himself.
he is, but now he gets to go back.
Yes.
Live with black parents, grow up with black parents, but
And a brother.
And Dana.
And a brother, yeah.
And whatever their house used to be.
He's got to unlearn biting his fist. He's got to unlearn it.
Well, he doesn't have to unlearn it. He just has to understand what it would have been like.
It's got to learn basketball. It's got to learn which boxer to root for.
Because what they do in that movie is essentially they drop him in their present day and they're like, figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
And it does not work.
It does not work.
It's a struggle.
You got some rehearsal time, and that'll make him more comfortable when he eventually does have to move back in.
Get Whoopi and Paul Mooney on stilts, Go back to you have to recreate the boat scene because he was a baby.
You have to recreate it. Absolutely.
That was a traumatic moment, but they save him this time.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the season finale. That's the culmination.
Yeah, that's
my rehearsal season.
Absolutely.
Cutting room floor. What do we got, guys? I have some really strange ones.
I had Elijah Wood's dad try to figure out how to pawn his son off so he could go bang half the Midwest.
Thought about that one. I got helping Tony pass TV in Blue Chips.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got helping the heiress to Whole Foods find love and figure out her relationship with Paul.
Yeah, I've got Nasty Nate getting Kenny's sweet virgin ass.
Nope.
Avoiding the Squirrel Master in Half Baked.
Okay. I really struggled on how to get Captain Jeff into a situation.
I mean, come on. There's a couple.
There's a couple. So my two that I had, and so Captain Jeff, for those who don't know, is a character, and by character I mean a real person that Nathan found and brought in as a pilot. And then
That's quite the character.
He unleashed a shit ton of rhetoric about his philosophy, and most importantly, he's been banned from every dating app, and he doesn't totally understand why. So I'm putting Captain Jeff in the cockpit with Edge in Money Plane.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm putting him as Nick Cage's co-pilot in Left Behind. I think that's the winner.
Because him not understanding why he didn't get raptured
Captain
is...
Jeff arguing about the rapture.
Mm-hmm.
That's premium content right there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm helping Coughlin do a better job of fucking Tom Cruise's girl to teach him a lesson. In Cocktail.
I'd like to help Forrest Whitaker figure out the politics of Battlefield Earth so he can move up in the workforce.
Or him with Travolta, Travolta standard.
So when you were talking about Kevin McAllister, I thought you were going where I went, which was, is there a way to figure out why Macaulay Culkin was evil in The Good Son? If you could rehearse his childhood, do it Sully style, I don't know. If you could get to the point where you understood why this guy was so evil, or if it was just like he's a demon child type thing. And I also thought about building the house from The Good Son as my house to raise a child.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So what I didn't include, and I might want to update my list because I thought Amin for sure would have this in his list. So I kind of laid out on it. Is rehearsing how the dad in Angels in the Outfield tells his son he's not going to be with them.
I thought about it. But then I was like, he needs no rehearsal.
Yeah, he did it
that's true.
perfectly.
Yeah, I guess he was fine with it. Yeah.
It all worked out just fine.
It all worked out just fine.
I wanted to help Gil Renard with his boss in order to keep his job.
That's a good one.
Gil Renard setting a meeting.
Yeah, help him set a meeting. That's right.
What about? I mean, I just thought of this one. I didn't have this one before, but Frank Duke's trying to figure out how to lie about the boat of orphans.
Dude, I just remember now when you guys told me the topic yesterday, the first one I thought about was teaching young Frank Dukes how to escape when you're caught breaking into someone's house. Here's a hint, just don't stand still.
And Nathan just like, well, why are you just standing there? Why didn't you just stand there?
Why did you just leave?
The window's right there. You came through. The window is 3 feet away. He's just right there.
His buddies all ran and he just stood there. Here's another thing you could have taught him. How to stand up to the sensei sooner and let him know that he wanted to be trained. But catch him, but not me.
If you expect me to be punching bag, you can't forget about our deal.
Old deal.
So I thought about rehearsing Stallone's country music performance from Rhinestone. It's basically what they do anyways, though. They like spend the whole movie rehearsing and practicing, and he still sucks. So I don't know. I think it might be a lost cause. I don't know if that's going to end up doing anything.
Well, does he suck?
Not according to the movie, but he sucks. Yeah. Dolly saves his ass.
He's got money ears.
Money ears.
Once again, rehearsing Rocky parroting and seeing if you can fucking figure it out.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Good luck.
Oh, what?
He's not interested, so it wouldn't really matter. But
what about rehearsing?
Adrian not
George,
being a nag.
Jesus. George Siegel telling his wife that he has a black son. Carbon copy.
Oh man, that was a roller coaster ride. Helping C. Thomas Howell be black.
Jesus.
So like the homie Spumoni one, but for C. Thomas L.
Jesus. But for a non-black person.
Sully treatment on Rolf from Tiptoes.
Oh shit.
Rehearse with Mr. Fantastic on how to get out of this wedding.
Oh yeah. How to break up with the invisible girl.
Yeah.
My last one is multiple Fielder method trained actors observe Zach and Amin as they watch movies and then running 5 different simultaneous scenarios where they record fake Cinephobe episodes with the ultimate goal of fake Zach and Amin disagreeing on a Phober file.
It's terrible.
See, I thought you were going to go with we rehearse the Mezcal Martini.
Yeah, that's exactly where I thought he was going. That's exactly where he thought he was going.
5 Hawaii hotel bars.
5 different guys who are clones of of your guy from fucking Club 520. And I was like, when's this guy gonna get out of there? When's this guy gonna clear out?
or same situation, but with pack method.
Oh God!
Mezcal, you
should say. Yeah.
A cacophony of mezcal.
That would get their attention.
It sure would. Make sure you send us your list for CT5 rehearsals at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Cornpuzzle, at Cinephopod, at Count the Dings, or drop it in the Discord by being a Patreon member. Patreon.com/CountTheDings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.